Hello class, my name is Mackenzie Bruce and today I am here to tell you about Pokemon. And I want to focus on the creator of Pokemon, Satoshi Tajiri, the first generation of Pokemon, and Pokemon as it is now. I'd like to start out by telling you a little story about myself and how I got into the Pokemon video games. When I was about 8 years old, my mom decided that she'd give me a prize if I could learn how to ride a two-wheeled bike in one night. And of course I wanted that prize, and it was a Game Boy Color and Pokemon Red. So I started playing about the age of 8 and have been playing ever since, as Pokemon Red, seen here, had it since, all along. Now, Satoshi Tajiri is the creator of Pokemon. He was born August 28th in 1965 and was a huge fan of collecting bugs. He lived in Tokyo, Japan, before the industrial really hit. So he lived near a forest and was very into collecting these bugs and naming them and training them, and was very interested in evolution. Now, as he grew up though, the new developments started taking place, and as it grew, insects were driven away, according to newsdog.com, and he became more interested in the video games. And because of this, he started a magazine called Game Freak at the age of 17, which later became a video game company when he was in his early 20s. Now, he started this because he said in a Times Magazine interview in 1999, the more I learned about games, the more frustrated I became because the games weren't very good. My conclusion was, let's make our own games. Now, Satoshi was very interested in his childhood, and he wanted to make evolution and things as such more popular in the common ground of video games, not so much focus on violence. So he started creating Pokemon, the general mentality, and pitched it to Nintendo. Nintendo took a chance on him, and about 6 years later, Pokemon was out to the public. Sadly, it had a really weak launch because the Game Boy Color had started to decline in popularity and wasn't as much in the mainstream media. Luckily, a guy named Shigeru Miyamoto, the creator of Mario, championed him to Nintendo and kept pushing him along, and through word of mouth and some advertising, Pokemon was able to actually sell incredibly well for a Game Boy game at the time. Now, Tajiri said that when my gaming days merged with my childhood days, as a result, you could say the game Pokemon was born. He said this in an interview in 2004 when he was talking about the new Ruby and Sapphire video games that were coming out. Now, even though we had the weak launch, the game had that initial push, and it was so popular in Japan that Nintendo decided that it would be a good idea to push it towards America and towards other countries throughout the world. And as you see today, there are all kinds of memorabilia, different games, different types of even phone cases, hats, clothing, everything you see in front of you. Now, there were 300 Pokemon that they first created, and they decided that that was too many for the first generation, so they cut it into about half, into about 151 for the first two games, which were Pokemon Red and Green in Japan and Red and Blue in America. So, due to that popularity, Pokemon continued to grow and grow until where it is now. In a 2016 article by The Economist about the 20th anniversary of Pokemon, they said Pokemon is a Darwinian tale of observation, collection, and recording with a Buddhist mindset. And this really pushed forward Pokemon because there weren't very many Japanese games out at the time that were of a lighter mindset and just of enjoying yourself. Now, today there are over 700 unique Pokemon, and over 7 generations they have come into being after many remakes of different video games, as seen here, as these are the first two, and then they were recreated there. And according to The Economist, over 277 billion games have been sold at this point, and they have made $57.65 billion in revenue as of 2015, and have had 17 feature films along with several TV shows. Now, Pokemon's popularity continues to grow, even now with like Pokemon Go and other video games releasing in November, Sun and Moon. But Pokemon has affected me greatly as well. It has become a lifelong passion. It has become something that I enjoy doing and has created friendships for me along the way in different social groups that I wouldn't have been in otherwise. It has made me want to be a collector in other aspects of my life as well as in Pokemon itself. Thank you.